Hi, this is David with TinyFrog, here to talk to you today about website development practices that make maintaining your site easier. So as a web developer, I receive the blueprints for the website, and it's my job to do all the problem solving, to put all the pieces together and kind of turn it into the animal that it will be on the internet so that it functions the way everyone has designed. And as part of that, we use a lot of different images, a lot of different code, a lot of different software that's already been written in combination to make the website. And if we're not careful, what can happen is some of those bits of code can go out of date over time. So as a best practice, what we try to do is make sure that everything we do is going to pass the future test so that it can stay, a functional website even as the internet is changing. So the number one thing that we do as web developers to make maintenance of your site easier is if you are using any sort of pre-made software, if we're using any sort of pre-made software in the development of your site, we make sure that it's very tested, very vetted. So we look for plugins that have really great reviews, plugins that are updated frequently, plugins that have been updated recently. So all those things help us determine, okay, is this software that we're going to put in your website going to pass that future test and keep functioning on and on and on. Some bits of code we put in will be paid plugins, and those are some of the best because someone is paying to maintain that software. The end user receives something that is maintained by a team. So we also try to use inexpensive plugins that are paid if we can, and it's feasible cost-wise. Sometimes we try to go less expensive with stuff, but there's no guarantee that that's going to continue to be maintained. So that's one practice that we like to do when we're developing the website to make sure that it's going to keep functioning properly. To hear more about how we develop your website using the best practices for maintenance in the future, please contact us here at TinyFrog.